Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be starting our game. It got pushed back a little bit because the game before that was battled between the Christ Bridge Academy and, oh, goodness, so many new names here from my head. I apologize. ACS, there we go. Went on a little bit longer than expected, but a nice, good battle for both teams. Championship softball here with ACEL. But I am being joined by Dr. Scott Blanchard, not Broussard, Broussard. Whoo, it's been a long day. Let me put you on there, Dr. Scott. Hey, that sounds like one of those, and I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on this as well. That sounds like one of those Dr. Scott, like I need to call in, and if I'm having a problem, I can call Dr. Scott and get a good feel what's going on. You know, hey, tell me what's happening. But I'm here with Dr. Scott Blanchard and with the principal.
Yeah.
There we go, at Christ Bridge Academy. They're down there in Jennings, Louisiana. So if you're not familiar with the location of Jennings, I believe that's off of, what is it, I-10 down. That's right, because it seemed to increase as they go up the state. But I-10 corridor down there, and so tell me a little bit about yourself, how you came about to be the principal at Christ Bridge Academy, because we talked a little bit off air, but I'd love to hear the story in full.
Well, the short version, just because I'll probably run into the first inning because I can talk, but the first thing is I was hired last year at Bethel Christian School as their athletic director after COVID to relaunch their athletic programs, usually basketball, things like that. The school didn't make it through the year. They actually closed February 11th, leaving about 86 kids to find a new home. I decided at that point that somebody kind of had to step in and do something, at least get them to May. We couldn't get them to May because of financial reasons. So I ended up with 23 homeschoolers.
Wow.
And the name Christ Bridge Academy is just that. We were going to bridge the closing of Bethel to where they can find their new Christian home, whether that down there it was Northside Christian in Crowley, or if they were Catholic or whatever, they would go to St. Louis, or give them another opportunity.
Okay.
Not once did I think Christ Bridge Academy would become its own actual pre-K through 12 high school, but that 23 turned into about 65 by the time May was there. So we had decided to launch a brand new school away from a church. We have several really good churches, and felt like even the pastors there felt like if it wasn't a tie to a church, maybe there'd be maybe more interest with a relaunch. So we were planning on doing it with 75. We got a hold of an older technical college that had been empty for 2 years.
Wow.
So we started in that campus. And the idea was 75. With the second strand, COVID came out. All the mask mandates and things like that, people started calling. We ended up with 121 in August. We have 135 right now enrolled, and we have 160 enrolled for August to start 22-23. So what normally takes 5 years, we expected a 5-year growth at that. We did in about 18 months, just because of the perfect storm of medical issues.
Sure.
Mandates and those kind of things, and we just, like most churches, we're not going to force that on them. We give the opportunity to the parents and but the support of the families involved. I call it an all-denominational. We have Catholic kids. We have a great pre-K through 8th private school in OLI down there. That's a Catholic denomination, but there's no high school in Jennings, so we go pre-K through 12. We had some OLI kids come for their 9th grade year. This year as well, so we're hoping to kind of bridge that as well. So,
okay,
the Savior, it doesn't matter what denomination, the Savior bled for all of us. So, as for the softball, I wanted to give opportunities. So we played volleyball in the Frontwood ACEL. I think we went 4-12 or something like that.
Okay.
Again, we had one senior, Brianna Langley, number 15, who was our pitcher, and that's a godsend in itself. She was an all-state.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. She was an all-state pitcher for Kinder High School.
We'll come around this side.
I'm going to just kind of turn it because I'm blocking it. I can feel it.
Okay.
She was all-state pitcher at Kinder last year, and do some personal things that went on. She needed to find a new high school home, so she just walked in and never talked about softball or anything until the very end. She wanted to know. I think she asked if we were going to have athletics. if we were going to have dances, those kind of things. And then at the very end, after we all talked about tuition and that stuff, she said, are y'all going to have a softball team? And I said, well, as a former softball coach, we'll have a softball team if we can find somebody that can pitch. Because right now we're all young. And she just kind of halfway grinned and she says, well, that's what I do. Well, I've heard a lot of kids come up to me and telling they can pitch. Then Mama pulled out the phone and showed me the videos, and I said, okay, girl, you can pitch. We're going to have a softball team.
Wow.
And she had before this game, she had 170 strikeouts. She pitched in 12 games. She has a sub-2 ERA. And again, we're starting 4 6th graders on that team that just made the Final Four. So even though we were short today, 13-5, 13-6, she's the only one that's going to graduate. So I've been trying to figure out how to not graduate her. And she'll just have to sit out volleyball and come back again.
Another COVID year, right?
Yeah.
5th year of eligibility kind of thing.
That's what I'm looking for. But she's talking to some junior college. She wants to go pitch and stuff like that. So her I guess quest didn't end today. So
wow.
And I know we play tomorrow in the 3rd place game, but that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot less pressure on them for as young as they are. But we just made too many errors for a young group. But to win, we went 0-4 the first 4 and then won 12 in a row to get here. So
wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's just been one of those Cinderella seasons.
Wow.
And it's really given us, I guess, a platform to explain to new parents and things like that what we're really about. And how our school is just completely exploded. So
wow.
And next year we should be in ACEL for basketball. We're returning in volleyball, and we were going to have baseball as well, but we have just junior high boys for the most part that are athletes, and they're pretty good, but they're junior high kids. You can't put them up against these monsters that were playing behind me. Those guys all look like college kids behind me. So
there's some size.
I'm glad we waited. I can't imagine my young 5th, 6th grade team playing against them. So but I mean, just like anything, when you step out in God's calling, there's been growing pains. But I mean, to grow as big as we have, as fast as we have, we're literally 10 students away from growing out of the building we're at right now.
Oh my goodness.
We're already starting to draw a brand new $6 to $10 million facility.
Drawing it up on plans?
We're drawing it up right for a 5-year plan, and now we're trying to figure out if we can get portable buildings and things like that, and to get together so we can at least get to 200. I'm gonna try to get to 200 by August, or at least be able to host 200.
So y'all going to go from a community college to a JUCO, basically.
That's right. And hopefully our high school grows. So we're going to graduate 4 seniors on May 16th.
Wow.
And then our junior with my daughter that just walked up a second. There's 2 juniors, and then we have, I think, 13 sophomores and 12 freshmen. We cap it at 15 per group, and all the way down we're full in 7 of the 10 grades.
My goodness.
All of the kindergarten wings closed, 1st grade's closed now, 3rd, 4th, they're all closed. Like, it's just unbelievable what God's doing in our area. So,
and God does that. When you let him, if we will get out of his way,
that's right,
and give him a chance to do what he does, he's going to do what he does.
Yeah.
It's like, but do you want to have the joy of it and the happiness of seeing what he's going to do, or is he going to have to get you out of the way?
Yeah, and I was telling me, I was like, well, how did you build a school? I said, I didn't build a school at all. I said, all I did was say yes, even though I said no the first 2 times. My goal was to get them to their next school and just give them the ending, and they didn't.
Be the pacifier, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I knew I wasn't a pastor at sorts, but I'd coached and taught for 15 years in the public school system. I got my PhD at LSU. I wrote a book, and then I decided, you know what, maybe all of that about mentoring Christ-like kids in public schools is what the book's about. And then after saying no twice, God's like, look, you've done all of this stuff for this moment.
Yeah.
I'll do it without you.
Well, you answered several
I'm
questions.
asking you, want you? So I was like, okay, I'm here. And once I stepped up to that, it flourished. And it's not because of me. It's in spite of me in a lot of ways.
Yes. Now, what's your PhD in? You mentioned
my PhD is in educational leadership.
Okay, because I was going to say I can pull up a couch if I need to, because you said a minute ago I can talk, and you have done wonderful. I mean, I'm just sitting here. I'm going to sound. Doug is our guy. Okay, he is the guy that is usually behind doing all the interviews, doing all of these things. You've made this so easy.
Well, yeah.
You've made this so. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
I appreciate you, y'all being interested. And I love I went to war for y'all this week because there's always on our Facebook page there's always those fake stream lives.
Yes,
and
we
I
get
banned
them
over and over again. I even responded to one and it was like, watch here. I said, no, watch 446 Sports and linked it again back to them.
Thank you.
Because we don't need anybody getting scammed. So,
right.
I appreciate y'all covering, and I can't wait. I'm hoping there's a way I can actually go watch it.
Yeah, Doug was battling that. He was telling me, man, these scammers, man, he kept deleting them, and I appreciate the help there. But we love doing this because 446 Sports, and I'm sure Miss Sandy's shared with you if you haven't, but our basis is off of Ephesians 4:4-6, that it's one calling, and we're all here because there's one purpose, and that is the salvation of Christ. And we love being in this, to do this, to give the exposure to these kids, these high school kids that typically won't ever get a chance to be seen anywhere, or maybe somebody just does watch, and, hey, there's a chance for them to be seen.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, for a grander scheme of things, hey, let's highlight what they're doing, because they're out here, they're battling, they're out here in this war zone, and they're doing what they need to be doing in an athletic setting, but they're doing it with the heart filled with Christ.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, and years ago they took prayer out of school. We just we went one step forward. We put prayer back in school, but we start every day with worship, 2 worship songs. So
that's
and
fun.
again, and I don't like the non-denominational tag, because
I like your all denominational.
I call it all denomination because I mean, and half of our staff is Catholic. I mean, it's not that you cannot draw lines in the body of Christ to me. Like, we're all
right.
So we support everything. And
is that your daughter there that was just walking up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's 2 of our players.
2 of your players, yeah. We were just at the Field of Dreams in Iowa this past weekend, filming a game there for 2 high schools here in Louisiana as well, a baseball game. So when we went up there, we actually got to go into the Basilica of St. Francis Xavier, or we call it Xavier, they call it something else, but found out there's only 53 of those in the United States, and this was the only one that's west of the Mississippi. So when we walked in, the guy said, "Are y'all Catholic?" And I said, "No, I'm Baptist." And Doug says, "Well, I'm non-denominational." I was like going, "That's." And he's like, "Yeah, we don't do this." I love your view. We're all denominations, and I love that, because that's a whole different twist of things. And from get-go, if you accept that we're all denominations, doesn't matter what it is that your preferred way to worship, to reach, we accept them all, versus we're not going to affiliate with any of them. It's kind of that open versus closed mentality, and I love that. I mean, and I know nobody really meant anything by non-dom, but it's a whole different way, and it goes to show exactly how you, and I'm sure your staff, have taken on this situation that was a closed school and say, hey, we're gonna take these kids, we're gonna mold them, we're gonna make it into something. And like you said a minute ago, didn't really have the outlook I guess at one point in time to make this what it is. Just kind of like, let's limp through this until we get to the next point.
It's I always explain it's like putting together a puzzle. God doesn't give you the picture.
Right.
He just take the next couple pieces, put them together, and see where it leads. And that's what it is. But I've always said, or at least I've always view it as denominations being the way, just like the way kids learn. Kids learn different ways. If you need structure is there for you. If you need a little more freedom or a little more, apologetics, I guess, if you want to get into doctrinal things, I mean, it's there for you. But there's not gonna be 5 lines at the pearly gates going, okay, Catholics in here, Baptists in here, Lutherans in here.
We can make jokes about that all we want to.
I don't think we're gonna line up categories. Okay, 5 Catholics in here, 4 Baptists. I mean, we're closed for right now. It's not like it's not like a club in Vegas.
Last I heard, there's one gate and there's one way.
One gate. So, yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like that. So I don't allow. We just
the polluting of it, right?
Yeah. We encourage. I guess we don't allow the competition between the kids when it comes to that, and they don't even look for it. You know what I mean? It's. So I just it's just like this, when you put 4 6th graders with a senior that can throw a 62-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, but it's always entertaining.
and from start, you can see, like you said, you start off your school day with worship.
Right.
You know, you start out, I'm sure there's a praise and worship, and it's
Yep.
what a way to start out your day.
Yeah.
You know, God calls us to start out your day and wants us to start out our day in the Word with Him. And I'm going to turn this camera on the field because it looks like the coaches are having a meeting down there just to see what's going on. Well, I'll tell you what, I have another camera. I'm going to shoot that one there, so I'm going to stick this one on you for just a few minutes here in case we need to come back. But right
I'm
now,
not that good looking, so I mean, I'm definitely got a radio voice.
well, you noticed that.
Radio face, they said.
Well, I noticed that, and you said when you put that headset on, I said, "Man, this is just like one I've wore before." So, tell me a little bit about what you do because you have a great voice, you have a great ability, the knack to talk.
Well, 6 years. I'm an alumni of Jennings High School in
Okay.
1996. So, Jennings is where our school is located. We don't have football. The last 5 years I coached and taught at Jennings High School. I had the opportunity with a friend of my father's actually he's run a Jennings Bulldog Radio for 34 years now. We're going to start our 35th, and for the last 5 years I've helped kind of bring it to the digital age and help. We got a couple of better voices for commentary and things like that.
Right.
But, most of the time I'm told you're talking too much between plays, so a lot of time I'm just muting and playing videos. But no, it's a way that I can stay around the game. I had to leave on the field coaching to finish my doctorate, and I still support Jennings football, and it just feels like it's a way to continue to, give back and be a part of something special. And we've had a lot of special teams and players the last 5 or 6 years with Travis H.N., who's now a Jaguar, one of the first NFL players, and to get to coach him and then get to follow little brother as he goes to Florida now, and the next few up. So we got some real studs that have come through Jennings football, and
Yes, you have.
fun.
Yes, you have.
It's been fun to stay a part of it even after my coaching career is over with. So.
Now, I teach at Tioga High School.
Awesome.
I graduated from Pineville High School, and back in my day, these two were rivals.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, I've had a lot of fun. I used to coach with them a little bit, but Doug called me over here, and whenever we sat down and talked, and he told me about his mission and his vision, and that this is based off of Ephesians 4:4-6, I was like, I just felt called
That's right.
to go ahead and jump in and go. And it has been a wonderful ride. We've made contacts with so many people, been able to just make connections. And it's wonderful. Got a chance to work with ACEL. We've done their basketball, their volleyball, soccer,
Oh, I was at Tioga
football.
High School last week with the track. Yeah,
yes.
we started a track team, and actually our third baseman that played tonight's a sixth grader. Won the junior overall state championship twice.
Okay.
She just two of the 4 events.
Wow.
She's just phenomenal, and she's young, 12 years old. We got that one for 6 more years. I can't imagine what's going to look like in 6 years because she can basically do anything. We taught her how to throw the discus in 20 minutes, and then she won the regional.
My goodness.
She's just one of those people that could. I said I knew how fast she could throw a ball from third across
Right.
the thing. Here, see what you can do with this flat thing, and she just launched it. I said that's good enough.
Pardon the phrase for the secular song, but that girl was on fire, right?
That girl was on fire, and she's on fire most of the time. So.
Goodness gracious.
And just probably one of our academic students of the year. I mean, it's just the character of these kids. It is what's the
So
right word?
impressive.
It is. Yeah, it's given me new hope after
I like that.
watching just how much kids struggle in public schools with so many mandates and testing and things like that. Just kind of went back. I want to say old school, the way it used to be taught before math got complicated for parents. You know what I mean? We just went back to the basics.
And that's what
love on them.
That's what my certification is in math. So trust me, I understand the struggles with that. I was like, math is math.
Yeah. Well,
we can find different ways to help maybe somebody learn it, but math is still math.
Yeah.
Don't try to make it.
Yeah.
More than
And again, as a researcher at the post-secondary level, I understand what they're trying to do. It's just the implementation is so they didn't. You have to gradually put that in from the bottom, and they didn't. They threw it at everybody without giving them the fundamental skills. So, anyway, we can talk about public-private schools.
I'll tell you
I don't
what.
want to do it on the air. I still love
because some of my people might be watching. I don't know.
Yeah, and
but it's okay.
Yeah, Jennings High is one of our top public schools in our area as well. So I still have friends there. I mean, it was only 2019. Actually, before COVID hit, thank goodness. I don't know if I could have handled the COVID year.
It was tough. I'm promising the public realm. It was tough, and I can't imagine what y'all had to battle with. who has more regulations? Who knows? But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter at that point. How can you reach the kid?
Yeah, I was hired after when school was returning after the COVID closed. So we were trying to get them back.
Oh, okay.
Then with fear controls a lot of things. So a lot of them stayed homeschooled. We tried to feed them as much as information, but it's not the same when you're not especially when it comes to math. And a lot of people, and that we talk about this all the time, that you're still seeing the aftermath of the 3 years education-wise. These kids as sophomores, juniors, they've missed math. Can't be faked.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
you're right.
The skills. So you got to go back and teach them 8th and 9th grade math before they go 10 or 11. So, and it's gonna be like a domino effect, and it'll take years to recover.
Yeah, because if you skip it, I mean, you're behind.
That's right.
And there's no getting it back.
And
we got to go back.
We spend a ton of time going back 2 grade levels and teaching math facts and things like that. Like you're not going to get that at home. Like, it's just not. So we focus on math and English grammar, structure, writing, things like that. Yeah. Everything else kind of comes through it. You can take those. You can take that math, teach it, use that in the science classes. You can take that writing, use that in the social studies classes, learn those kind of things. But it's those 2 skills that's going to make them effective citizens. And the best part about being small and not having anything over is we have the opportunity to control that. And if we see something, I think one of the best parts about our schools, we see something that's not working, we fix it then. We don't have to go wait 4 months to the next one. We have taken a first grade teacher and moved her to 4 through 7. I mean, in the middle of the year because we felt like it done it. Actually, Coach Alicia is that person.
Okay.
And she jumped into the 4 through 7 to teach math and hadn't hit a beat. The greatest part about the greatest part about our staff is they're so flexible because they're also in the calling as well.
Wow.
So. And I could, it's happening in spite of me. We got fantastic educators and assistant principals, which was over there doing Game Changer. I'm sure they're wondering where I'm at this point. But
well, they might be listening to you on the broadcast. So
we'll give a shout out to Miss Amber Pro and Miss Brittany Cormier, who has made almost every single game, even sick and. Because they're really I tell some people, I said, and for people that can't see me, I'm about 6'4" and about 400 pounds. I'm the eye candy. I'm not the brains behind the whole thing. They're the brains behind it.
He goes by Tiny, folks. If you hadn't figured that one out yet.
So.
Anyway. See, we've kicked off this one. I've already got the cameras on them, even though we're talking, which is fine. People would rather watch than hear me talk, I promise you, because I'm the one that's behind the scenes. Doug is the voice, and I try to make everything look good. I can't change him. And like he says, he's got a face for radio, and I said, you're absolutely right. That's why I don't put any cameras on.
He also looks like he's covering the baseball game over there.
He is. That's why he had to stand up in the back of my truck, because unlike you and I, he does not stand at 6 foot tall. He cannot see over that back fence.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, and then I'll get out the way, because I'm going to give you a little shout-out to Word of God Academy, which is the team in the blue team right here. They were 1-9 last year. They were at the bottom of their division, and they beat us in the district championship. So they went 9-1 in district. We went 8-2. They beat us 5-4 at our house. We came up there and gave them their only loss. We won 5-3. So that's why we're the 3 seed, and they're not. They're the 4 is only because we had that one run, and the poor girl was on 3rd when we got the final out. So with your 63 feet.
Wow.
But for Coach Lauren Brooks, who's their head coach, to go from 1-9 with the exact same players, turn it around. They went 10-4. Won their first game, so now they're 11-4 or 12-4. Maybe they're 12-4 now. Anyway, and face Chef, who's the defending state champ, and then a runner-up the year before. So. And
we got exposed to Woga, because we saw Woga. That. We got exposed to them in the basketball championships, and where they were at with all of that, and their coach there was a former player, and his name escapes me, but. I believe he played at the college level, maybe even NBA or whatnot. But
is it Swift?
Yes,
Strohmeyer Swift.
Strohmeyer, that's it.
That's not them.
That's not Woga.
That's the 4. It's a Shreveport Force. But she was telling me the story that before in ACEL, homeschool kids could play with schools.
Okay.
Then they made a rule where they couldn't. So the Shreveport Force is a homeschool group, and it's led by Stromal. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a basketball team that could probably beat most colleges.
That's a different group then.
But they're both the Force, and they're both from Shreveport. So I understand, because I asked when I first saw it, I said, why do you call Word of God in softball but at Shreveport? And she said, yeah, it's two totally different. They started together, but when the rules changed, they had to separate. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
gracious.
Yeah.
Well, look, anytime you want to come up here, I know you got family and everybody you need to go take care of in your team and whatnot, and go give them shout outs and love, and give them a hug for me too, because I'm looking forward to seeing them again tomorrow and doing another broadcast with them again tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully we play a little better tomorrow, no matter who we end up with. The pressure's off. I mean, again, with four sixth graders, and we got.
But come back and win 12 straight. I mean, my goodness.
12, yeah. Yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, it's a phenomenal year for us. Again, it put us on the map in our area. Langley's going to be named. It has so many accolades, even in our parish with all the public schools. It's just been something.
Strong player, but a strong heart.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen at the next level for her. I'm sure even after tomorrow, she'll end up in some showcase games and things like that to see where she goes. So
don't doubt it at all.
Yeah, so it's hard to find a 55 to 62 fastball coming from the left hand, and she's a lefty too. So I don't know if you can tell from over here, but
it's hard to from this distance.
Yeah, so she's something else.
We usually like to have a camera
right. Bats you saw today are freshmen, so those girls we got 4 years.
Yeah, we usually like to have a camera right in the center field wall to catch that pitcher to catcher relay, and it's a phenomenal look. But just we're.
You need about 1.5 miles of cord to run it to that.
Yes, it's we're kind of like have to go where what we have to make it happen. So, well, Dr. Scott, anytime you're ready to talk somebody into a chair and make them relax, I appreciate you coming. But thank you for coming up and visiting and giving me the insight.
Well, thanks for the interest.
I noticed your logo is a little bit different than the one I have. I've got the one with the helmet and the wings on it.
Yes, we have the helmet with the wings is the school logo. The A we just made for softball.
Athletic.
We borrowed that from Anaheim. Oh. The old Anaheim, they retired, and then changed the colors up to make it more baseball, softball.
Wow. Okay.
So, but you got the right one.
Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you.
We use them both. So anyway.
I appreciate you coming up again. Thank you for the talk, and anytime you want to come up, and thank you for listening to what God asked you to do for these kids, especially because that's what we do it for others, and that's what He calls us to serve. Yeah. And I appreciate you listening to His word to serve.
All right. If you need me to do the title game tomorrow, I'll be free.
Absolutely. Come on with it. I wouldn't mind, because he's going to be over there. I'd love to have somebody that's, especially a softball coach. I'm not a softball coach. I used to do football.
I've also seen all these kids, so that would be phenomenal.
Please, come on up.
I know the ones with the awards and all that stuff. Of course, we haven't announced that yet. They announced that after the game tomorrow. So
I may have a bottle of water I can give you.
So,
I'll keep you hydrated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Hopefully see you tomorrow at the title game. So.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And if you're just now joining us, that was Dr. Scott Blanchard. I wasn't going to fix us to call him Broussard again, but that is not him, Dr. Scott Blanchard. That other guy, whoever Dr. Scott Broussard is, who knows? He's probably some Cajun guy, I don't know, from down there, probably just like the Cajun Navy, has some kind of other thing that's going on, who knows. But we are in this one already, as you saw. The game was rolling while we were finishing up that interview. What a phenomenal story they have there with Christbridge Academy. And I don't have starting lineups. I'm kind of making this happen as it goes along here. I have been trying to keep up with at least the base runners, and there are no scores, but we are in the top of the first. And this is the Word of God Academy Force against Chef of Baton Rouge Patriots. Their first three batters have reached base, and the bases are loaded with no outs. Swing and a miss, and that's going to retire their first out, or record their first out. There we go. Okay. This is Micah Von Sinden, number 16, playing left field. Hit right back up to the pitcher. What are they going to get to go? I believe they tried to tag the base runner, but she got there and around scored a run, and station to station, as my cohort says, scores a run. Nice little dribbler up there to make it happen. Now it's number 5. I don't know if that's Tanissa Green, maybe? Tanissa Green. First one was foul. She hit that one over outside of left base. Here we go. Third base. There we go. Off that left field side. And swing and a miss on that one. So strike 2. 0-2 is the count right now with 2 outs. 1 out. Bases loaded. 1-2 is the count now. As you see, the pitcher's fixing to get ready to get set. Swing and a miss. And that records their second out of the inning. Grace Ellison, center field. Strike 1. 2 outs, top of the first. Force has come out in force. You know, I just realized I can make some jokes now that I've kind of got settled into this and got everything going with some of the technology issues we had. And a throwdown, I believe she got her. Goodness, what a shot there, huh? What a shot by the catcher. Goodness gracious, and leaving the 3 on base. Wow. What a job by the Patriots. We'll be back in just a moment. 446 Sports. Be right back with some more ACEL Championship softball.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to bring quick and compassionate emergency care to Central Louisiana, offering diagnostic imaging and an on-site lab, as well as important inpatient services. Alexandria Emergency Hospital.
And you are back with us here live at Pineville High School softball field, home of the Pineville High School Rebels. But tonight and tomorrow, it's home for ACEL Championship softball and baseball over on the way. But you're tuned in to watch some ACEL Championship, State Championship. I'll get the words out here in a few moments. State Championship softball competition. Tonight, the second game that you're watching right now is between the visiting team Word of God Academy Force and the home team Chef of Baton Rouge Patriots. Right now, Word of God Academy just got out of the first inning. They had a chance to really blow this thing open and start out with Chef having a huge deficit with a loaded bases and got base runners on early, but Chef came back around and was able to get 3 outs, but only allowing 1 to score by the Force. And so they'll be coming up to bat here in just a moment as we are winding this one up, winding it ready here. Think about the old ways that the football fields Hannah Essick, number 1. Attempting a bunt there, laying down the bunt, and you see the third base running up to home to try to make that play. Heads up play there. Corners usually crash when you see that bunt. 0-1 is the count now. Nice play there. Nice play there. Little pick up that little slow dribbler down in the infield, pitch it over to first to register the first out of the inning. Where we're located here is not far from what's known as Bulow Lake, and it's home of the national, some boat races, some small boats. They also have a small airport there, so if you hear airplanes flying overhead, that's what it is. Little small Cessnas and whatnot can take off of there. Little light craft, ultralights, things like that. 2-1 is the count. Roxon fires that one a ball. 3-1 is the count. That one fouled back into the netting. 3-2 is a count. No runners on. First at bat got thrown out there at first. Nice way to register that out. So the pitcher's now up to bat number 17. She's batting third. I didn't quite catch who was the second one there, batting second. Ball 1. There's a strike. Sun set down behind the trees. There's another strike. You can see it there. Sun is set down behind those trees. Out on looking for all 3 outs there, 3 up and 3 down, just what they would like to happen. And here we go to a break. And my name is Chuck Perkins. This is 446 Sports. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hahn Roofing, we know the importance of quality customer service in addition to a job done right. That's why our team of trained professionals is here to help keep your investment secure. For almost 50 years, our standard of producing good work has never changed. From the first consultation to the final result, our customers experience our commitment to quality, and we know the importance of installing a roof that not only looks great, but stands the test of time. That's why we choose Owens Corning. Do you have roof damage? Who can you trust? Hahn Roofing, an Owens Corning Platinum contractor.
You're watching 446 Sports Production, and this is ACEL Championship Softball. And you hear the music playing in the background. You see some fellas over here just outside getting a little bit of time, having some time enjoying the music being played. Some all-time favorites. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now batting back up to finish her at bat, or getting to start all over, is Grace Ellison. Hit by a pitch after it rolls up there to her, rolls up her leg almost. But it advances to first. Grace Ellison there, number 7. Now the first base runner. Emma Dugan batting 7th, the designated player. A bunt that goes foul, as you see there on the right-hand side. Oh my goodness, the coach over there on third base is raising her hands, trying to figure out why, after that wild pitch there, why first base is not already on second base. She had a grand opportunity there to make it. Another bunt attempt. That is 2 balls for sure. Possibly 3, but I think that is 2 balls, no strikes. Nice play there. Third base came up, scooped up that bunt down, but advanced the runner on over to second, kind of what is planned, but throws the runner out at first. I think they said Aubrey Ginnens, if I've heard that correctly. There's a strike. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. 1 out. Base runners on second. Force leads 1-0 now at the top of the second. Ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Three and 1 is the count. The Force would like to keep something rolling here. Start out the first inning really well. Reach base on balls there. Runners at first and second now. Catcher's going to come out and have a little chat with the pitcher and make sure they're on the same page. Strike one's call. Roxon fires a little play there. There we go. Nice textbook play there. Advances your runners over to second and third now. Lana McMinnis. It's batting. Fouls that one straight back. Strike one. Got a little crowd of youngins up here close that are here with, I'm sure, a sibling playing ball, but they're up here playing their own little game. I believe that's 2-1 is the count now. As you see him running across the camera, at the bottom of the camera there. Swing and miss. Strike two, evens up the count, 2-2. May have a guest host tomorrow with me, Dr. Scott. 3-2 is the count now. That'd be nice. Softball coach, principal, radio guy, my goodness. Sounds like the forging of a great friendship and a good weekend to boot. And there's a strikeout on looking. Goodness gracious, and that retires the side. And this is 446 Sports. We'll be back in just a few moments.
We know the importance of quality customer service in addition to a job done right. That's why our team of trained professionals is here to help keep your investment secure. For almost 50 years, our standard of producing good work has never changed. From the first consultation to the final result, our customers experience our commitment to quality, and we know the importance of installing a roof that not only looks great, but stands the test of time. That's why we choose Owens Corning. Do you have roof damage? Who can you trust? Hahn Roofing, an Owens Corning Platinum contractor.
Welcome back to 446 Sports. This is Chuck Perkins. You are watching ACEL Softball Championship Weekend, state championships games. Brooke Wilder, number 21, now batting for Chef of Baton Rouge Patriots. Bottom of the second inning. There's a shot. Scooped up. Where'd she go? Kami Bowman, or Bonin, rather. Steal to second was successful. Almost took another step, but said, whoa, center fielder's there to scoop up the ball, so held her tight, make sure she didn't try to advance. Not wanting to risk anything, catcher runs the ball all the way back out because the runner on base there has got a decent little lead. She has a sprint out. And is not afraid of the look back from the catcher of a threat of a throw. She's almost daring her, says, you think you can do it? Come on with it. Thanks to the cheerleading group in the dugout, I got the count now. It's 3-1. There's a ball up. Oh, my goodness. And an errant throw by the catcher trying to make the play at third on the advancing runner. Goes over the head of anyone in that area. And the runner comes in for a score. Gives the Patriots now, ties it up after that. After that pop up there on first base side where the catcher made the catch. Recorded the first out, but still advanced the runner and made a score. There's a strike. Now they can get back to work. Oh my. Things you might hear at the ballpark, you never know. Got to be ready for it all. One and one is the counts what I have. Two and one. ACEL, what a wonderful organization we've been able to partner with and bring you the live streaming of their sporting events. We've done things like volleyball, basketball, baseball. We did that last year, yes. Soccer, football, that's it. That was the other one, football. So we've been able to partner with them for a solid year and then some, actually. Having a great time with it. Number 7, Madison Lane, is now up to bat. Good single shot there deep into center field. Oh, goodness. Left fielder was coming up to all the way around for a triple that's going to score a run as well. Serenity Campbell now up to bat, their designated player. Foul ball, strike one. 1-1 is the count. Ball one, strike one after a fouled off ball there. 1 out. 2 have scored in this inning. 1 runner on third. Here we go. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chasing the base runner back up third base line there. I believe that's 3-2 is the count now. I know there's 3 balls because that's what I hear the chant over there. Coming from these Patriots there in the dugout. Good catch there. Quickly get the ball back in because they did have that base runner over there on third base that they had to make sure they had that covered. Good catch there by the right fielder. And quickly get it in there. Now batting Matty Maska, number 33 for the Patriots. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Base runner on third, wanting to get home. See what we can do here. There's a strike. That was a pretty pitch. Chasing her all the way back up there. Ball. 1-1 is the count. Oddens it up. I'm going to start using that one. I'll try to throw that in there when I'm working with Doug, and he says evens up, and I'll say oddens it up if it's 1-1. See if I can catch him off guard. Might be a lot of fun. Of course, if he goes back and listens to this, which he probably will. Foul ball. Foul ball there. Baseball game, the first one is ended. They're readying the field for the second one. I think I get to go home a little earlier than Doug tonight. Probably not, because he's sitting in the back of my truck doing the broadcast. So on second hand, I get to pack up by myself, and then I get to pack up with Doug. And they register or record the third out of the inning there and hold the Patriots to just the 2 scores, thankfully. But they did push ahead. The Patriots did push ahead after being down 1-0 in the first inning. Two to 1 is the score right now. We'll be back in just a few minutes after these words from our sponsor, watching 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Welcome to Little Booth. At Little Boo's Convenience Store, our friendly professional staff is here to serve all of your fuel and convenience store needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. come check us out 24/7 on the corner of St. Clair and Highway 28 West in Boyce, Louisiana.
There we go. We're back at it now. Batting. Oh my goodness, what a shot. I went too far for the camera. Relayed in there, just not quite in time. You saw more of the base runners. Trying to get my cameras reset. I'll try to raise them up a little bit higher. Little fellas we have running around here. They're having a fun time at the ball game. They are a little bit conscious of what we're doing, so they're trying to duck, but they don't quite get out of the way. And I don't think that they know that there's a microphone right out here either, so that's okay. They're having fun. Big monster shot there. Scored a double. Reached the base on balls there. Runners at first and second. Now batting is number 16, Micah Von Sinden. Swing and a miss, or it's not a miss, sorry. Swing and fouled it back. This is top of the third. There we go. Finally got the inning set just right. 0-1 is the count. That one's low for a ball. That was a strike. Caught that inside corner, it looked like. Foul ball. A lot of excitement there for a moment. Get our scoreboard back up. There's something missing off of my broadcast. Took it off earlier when I was talking to Dr. Scott. There we go. Roxon fires. Nice protection of home plate there, getting that ball into the catcher, because that base runner had rounded third and was looking for that home plate. Good heads-up play there for the defense. Now batting is going to be number 5, Tanisa Green. Almost said King. Tanisa Green. That will advance the runners over to second and third. Both of these teams here are no strangers to good competition. High and inside there. Ball one. That's a strike. Base runners on all 3 bases now. I'm catching up again. That one's low. Ball 2, so it's 2-1 as you count. No outs. Patriots are leading 2-1 right now. That one's up and away. 3-1 is the count. Force has got their bases loaded with no outs. They've kind of primed to go, but they were like this in the first inning, only scoring 1. That's danger. Back in time, it looks like. Yes. My goodness. That's danger Will Robinson, if you will. Scores an out, but everybody stays safe. Instead of turning 2, they only got the 1 out. And Grace Ellison is up to bat. Pitcher rocks and fires. Oh, goodness. That's why they wear the protective gear. That went straight back in to the umpire's chest and face there. Kind of a glancing blow, if you will. There's pitch is low and away. 1-1 is the count. Odds things up. As I peer over to the baseball field, I can see the coaches on the dish having their meeting, getting ready to go for that one. Oh, no. Wow. What an unfortunate turn of events on that one was. Looked like a nice routine catch to be made in the outfield. She's a little shook up out here, so. Catch a knee. We don't like to show anybody's injury or whatnot, but I'll look over there on third base. See them. Respectful. But that did score 2. Coach is checking her out. Good showing of support here for both teams. I guess it maybe hit her in the face or hit in the head or something, and so coach is out here threw a couple of pop-ups to her to make sure she could see straight still. May have made a little bit of humor out of it with her. There she is. Number 7 there. That is Madison Lane for the Patriots. Looks to be okay. We will resume play now. Coach comes out. He's going to make possibly a pitching change, it looks like. At the ball. Yep, there it is. He's going to make a quick pitching change. So we'll take a quick break here while they finish up. We'll take a little 30-second break. You are listening and watching with 446 Sports Live broadcast. This is ACEL Championship Softball.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
We are back.
The fine
live.
folks at BK Distributors.
Goodness gracious, I pushed the wrong
educators.
one, so let's see if we can end that and bring us back to programming, because here we are fixing to get another one going here. Got a new pitcher on the mound. I can't quite see her number. Let's see if that helps. Looks like number 22. There we go. That one fired in there and made contact. Fouled off. That is, I don't have her listed as number 22 on the Patriots. That's I think 2-1 is the count, if I still have that correct. Or I may have not done it after the last one. There's a get right back up, a little pitcher first base. Little dangerous shot there. Dangerous attempt there, but very, very risky, but gutsy. Good throw. Little challenge here coming in. Coaches questioning the call of being safe. After that quick discussion of explaining, it looked like he's using his foot to explain something of maybe the placement of her feet, what he saw. Good job by this umpiring staff. Glad they could join us out here tonight. That one's low and away. I may be out on the pitching count. Nope, that was correct. Okay. Reaching base on balls now. The bases are now loaded. 1, 2, and 3. All the ducks are on the pond. I'll bring that ambiance mic back up so you can hear a little bit of Al Quartermont there. Caitlin Griffin is up to bat now, number 1. And base runner from third says, I'm going. Coach probably told her, next pass ball, you better be home. Better make your way there. And she did indeed. And that will also advance the runners from first and second. Now they're over at second and third. Score 1 for the Force. They now lead 4-2 over the Patriots. That one's in there for a strike. Even oddens the count up 1-1. Little bunt lay down there. And that retires this side. I'm sorry, I had the outs wrong there. There we go. So 4-2, the Force leads the Patriots. We'll be back in just a few moments right after these messages.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Welcome to Little Booth.
At Little Boo's convenience store, our friendly professional staff is here to serve all of your fuel and convenience store needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So come check us out 24/7 on the corner of St. Clair and Highway 28 West in Boyce, Louisiana.
You're back live here at 446 Sports, ACEL Sports, ACEL Athletics. We are broadcasting or live streaming you the softball championship play. Today we have the semifinal matchups. Game 1 is over and done with and in the books, and this is now game 2. That one in there for a strike, and that is the second strike of this at-bat. Nice battle going on here between the Force and the Patriots. Out and away there for a ball. Pitcher rocks and fires, and there's a hit. Falls a little short. Safe at second. Nice head first slide. There we go. Coach giving her some commands about what to do. Foul ball. Leaves the count at 1-2 still. Base runner's on second. Forgot to mark that one down earlier after that beautiful shot that just kind of blooped over there, but had all of the infielders out of position to make a play on the throw in. Wow, what a shot. Mishandled throw over to first. Scored a run and replaced the runner on second. So she got around there after the mishandling of the ball to first. Scores another for the Patriots, and they are now only trailing by 1, 3-4. Up and away there. 3-0 is the count. Base runner on second. They've already scored one, the Patriots have in this inning. Pitcher gets set, rocks and fires. That one rolls up there. That's going to advance the runner. And there it goes on over to third. And now you have the runners on the corners. Stands in there ready to go. Foul ball there because it hit the batter in the box. I believe that is 0-2. Pitcher rocks and fires. There's a pitch. Throw down. In time, but they lose control of that one. Out in the outfield it goes. And that does score a run, but advances also the runner. First base runner got all the way over to third after all of that. Coach is going to come out and have some conversation with his team there at home plate. Patriots scored another one there. They are now, believe it is 5-1, unless I think it's, I'm going to leave it there. I'll hear it here in just a few minutes. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'll make the correction shortly because my Snicker bar fingers may have actually hit that more than once. I didn't really feel it, but it could have happened. Stranger things have happened. But we have enjoyed being partnered with ACEL Athletics, being able to broadcast and live stream their events. We've also have City of Pineville has done wonderful things with them, partnered with them, and the Alexandria Pineville Visitors Convention Bureau is also helping out, making this possible, giving these students a chance to travel just a little ways to experience some of that big game play, as they call it, the championships. Instead of just playing in your backyard, there we go. Play at home, and safe is the call. Wild pitch, and looks like there's going to be another. He called that one a timeout, if you will, afterwards, but nobody's on base, so that clears the bases. I'm going to give the Patriots another one because I think I'm right on this. Up 6-4 now, with no outs. And that was a ball for sure. I think he says 2-1. Over the head of the right fielder. She's going to chunk that one in. Oh my goodness, and in the park, home run. What a shot off the wall out here in right field, and they tried to get it in, but she had some speed in those cleats. I'm telling you what, she was running around those bases, not to be denied, to make it all the way home. What a shot. Patriots now lead, according to what I have, 7-4, but I could be wrong. I have been once or twice before. Do not call or talk to the missus, because she will say it was probably more than once or twice. But she would be right. I'm just going to settle it for it's once or twice. And if she is listening, I'll hear about it tonight when I get home. She is a real sweet lady. Swing and a miss on that one. That's a strike one. 0-1 is the count now. No outs. Bottom of the third. Patriots have put together a scoring brevy, if you will. That one's up and away. Ball one. Oddens up the count now. 1-1. Hope you all have been enjoying this live stream broadcast. It has been our pleasure to be with ACEL and work alongside with them to broadcast these games and athletics, to give a show for these students, these athletes, and also for the family that wasn't able to make it here. But if you were able to make it here, this is absolutely beautiful. And if you can make it tomorrow, you should come on out. There's a little catch, that one. How about that? Kind of a golf swing, if you will, but second baseman definitely said, hey, I got this one. So, yep, that is one out. You just heard it over the little microphone there, if you could catch that. Pitcher sets, rocks, fires. That's a ball. Bases are empty right now, but Patriots have put them on there and brought them around as well. A couple of good shots throughout this inning they've had. Pitcher sets, rocks, fires. And there it is. There's a strike, swing on it. He's trying to pull that one back, but definitely had already gone around. I think nonetheless that was going to be a strike call on the pitch as well. Rocks and fires. Yep. And around she goes. Strike two, 1-2 as you count. Saw the umpire point down just to make sure. That one's fouled back and out of play. We'll redo this 1-2 count. Baseball's rocking and rolling over there. Doug's got his thing going on, I can tell. Scratches his head every once in a while, holding up his papers. Here we go. Rocks and fires. That one's fouled back into the net. Even though the catcher caught that one, unfortunately it already hit the net. We will reset the 1-2 again. Set, ready to go. There's a strike, and the strike out looking. That's out number 2. Much better position they're filling in right now and ready to get out of this inning, 1 out away from that. Would love to go ahead and retire this side right now. Let's see what she's got. There's a pop-up. Trouble for the catcher. Goodness gracious. She was struggling to try to find that one. Might have been better served for first or third to come in to make that one. But she may have already called him off at that point. Batter reaches the base. Here we go. Pitcher set, rocks, fires. And there's the batter. Coach is hollering, stay, 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 because center fielder had come up and carriaged onto that ball and said, nope, I'm right here. Go ahead, make a run for it. I'll show you what I got. Fouled away. It's like 1-1 is the count. Set, fire, here we go. That one rolled in, looks like it hit her, and he is going to advance her. Put the other base runner back to second because it was hit by a pitch. It was a dead ball at that time, even though the base run was on to get there. I think Doug loves broadcasting out of the back of my truck. I don't know. I guess he feels like, I don't know, he's not got his little Tucson parked in the best spot, but it is not Mrs. 446's car, so I think after I've paid for one windshield being busted, and as he told me the other day, he's 30 years in broadcasting, and that's the first time a ball has found his windshield. Strike one on that pitch, fouled back into the net. 2 outs. 2 runners on. Runner is safe at third. Slides in. Loads up the bases now for the Patriots. See the coach there is having a chat with the umpire about something. I'm not sure. I think kind of seeing something like that kind of lends its hand to the coach noticing something with the pitcher, maybe an illegal pitch type of situation, but we'll see what materializes, if anything, here in just a few moments. Coach returns. There we go. Let me get that mic back up. Coach returns back to her respective corner. And we are set to go again. Here we go. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Patriots have had a scoring frenzy, if you will, to rock and roll this inning, to bring themselves back up from being down. There's strike 2 in there. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Patriots would love to capitalize off of this with another little base hit. Score a few runs. Swing and a miss. That retires the side with ducks on the pond. Hear the report from PA announcer in just a moment, and then we'll go to a break. After he does his calculations. 6-4. I'll make the correction before we come back. But this is 446 Sports Productions with ACEL Athletics. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
I'm Richard Arsenault. What's the Neblick Beard and Arsenault difference?
The difference between getting nothing from our car accident and getting $150,000.
That's a big difference, but not surprising, because insurance companies make more when they pay you less.
Our Neblick Beard and Arsenault difference? $1 million more than insurance offered.
That's the Neblick Beard and Arsenault difference. Call to see what your case is really worth. Neblick Beard and Arsenault, 561-2500.
Welcome back to another 446 Sports production. I am Chuck Perkins, live at Pineville High School softball field, where ACEL Athletics, ACEL Homeschool, ACEL Christian Education, all of the above are putting on the state championship softball tournament this weekend, or games this weekend. This is game 2 of the semifinals tomorrow. The first game is at 9 o'clock, and that is the consolation game. And then the road to the ship is being settled right now today between the first game and the second game. The first game was settled, and earning their way to the ship was ACS. They won that one 13-4, if I remember the score correctly. 13-5, correction. Acadian Christian School, the Lions, beat the Christ Bridge Academy Archangels. Had a nice conversation with the principal there at Christ Bridge Academy. Dr. Scott, I am forever probably going to call him Blanchard, not Broussard, Dr. Scott Blanchard, and had a great conversation with him about how their school came about and was formed. What a story indeed. What servitude that group has for these students. We're now at it. It's 2 pitches in. I believe they're both balls. This is number 10 for the Force, and that is Lana McMinnis. Lana McMinnis. It looks like 3-0 is the count now. Batter steps in the box, gets ready. Pitcher is set, rocks and fires, flashes bunt, and she will reach base on balls. Now batting is number 11, Bryn Jordan. There we go. Now, I have some folks around this parts, they call that Jordan, but we'll go with Jordan. That's first one in there for a strike. Faith had it up there working in the circle. Odding up the count there, 1-1. I'm sure Doug will give me his chagrin of me using that terminology. Here we go. Oh, a nice off-speed pitch there. Catcher loved that one. 1-2 is the count now. Catcher really excited about that pitch. That one's up and high. Needed to slow down on that one quite a bit to make it arc back down, but that's okay. Sometimes you catch them a little bit hungry and swinging for it. It's kind of like me thinking it's filet mignon and it's actually bologna. There it is. There's strike 3, and that registers the first out of the inning. Patriots have gotten a taste of scoring in that last inning, and I think they're ready to get back to work on that side of the ball, on that side of the plate. First pitch there for a ball. Batting's number 3, Carolyn Patty. That one's a ball as well. 0-2, or 2-0 is the count, rather. How cute. How cute. That's a third ball, but you can hear her teammates over there singing the song Sweet Caroline because her name is Caroline Patty. Reminded of another song, but I won't go there. Oh, there's a swing and a hit. And is got the play at second. I wasn't following that one well. Throw down to second, got that one. That gives you 2 outs. Now batting is number 16, Micah Von Sinden, as you heard, Al Quartermont, PA guy today. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Caroline stands ready on first base to go for a run. Faith, set, rocks, fires. There's a pop-up. Trying to get there, but the coach did what she's supposed to do, or, you know, I guess that's what they're supposed to do, yeah, is stand in your coaching box. That is your area. If you get out of it, you can get flagged, if you will, or not even whistled, I guess, but called for interference, and you don't want that. Ball 1, strike 2. Two outs, top of the 4th. Force want to get a few runs here, and there it is. Retires the side. Great pitching there by Haddad. And we'll take a quick break, be back in just a few minutes. My name is Chuck Perkins. This is 446 Sports, and you are watching 446 Sports, but you are watching some ACEL Championship softball. We'll be back in just a few moments.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
We are back to live action. Just missed the first bat, number 00 there for Chef Malia Fisher. Nice shot up to shortstop. Tried to make a throw at first, didn't quite get there, so Malia is safe there on first. And I'll fix this board as well because we're on the bottom of the 4th. First pitch in there for a ball. Fouled back off to the right, or off the first base side there, probably off that netting, it looked like. 1-1, odding up the count there. I believe this is number 72. Nope. Maybe 27. Maybe that's the word. Let's see. 27. Faith Hatted. Here we go. The pitcher. Kendall Odell is pitching for the force there. And that's a wild pitch out and away, and that's going to advance the runner on over to second. Pitcher set, rocks and fires. That's a ball. Catcher coming out to make sure the runner on second doesn't not get to third. That base runner does not look entirely too scared about a possible throwdown. Very challenging. Foul ball. It's a call there. That'll make the count full at 3-2. No outs. Base runner on second. Rocks and fires. There it is. Up and away. Catcher quickly comes out to make sure the base runner does not try to advance the third from second. Now batting is number 21, Brooke Wilder. There it is. You push that microphone back up. Hear our PA guy, Al Quartermont. That one down and away, 1-0. Or down and on the inside, I guess. Up and at 'em. Kind of like what it'll be in the morning when we come back for that 9 o'clock game. Here we go, setting fires. There's the pitch. Foul ball. Pulled that one strong around here. It came off that wall over here by the first base dugout. 2-1 is the count. No outs, base runners on first and second. Patriots have a nice lead after not a 2-run lead after that last inning they just had a really productive inning there. Batter stepped out for a few moments, get everything set, make sure the coach has got the right call to her. Rocks and fires does the pitcher. And there's a foul ball back off the net. Evens up the count, 2-2 now. Hear a lot of chatter down there. That's what's fun about softball. You get a lot of cheerleading going on. I believe that hit the batter. And that's going to fill up the pond with ducks. All stations are occupied. over the head of the first baseman does go the throw, but 2-3 runners score off of that single. All accredited to number 31, Cammie Bonin. See her there on first. Coach is going to come out, check on something. Having a conversation with Old Blue out there. Don't always see it the same way. Different set of eyes, different locations. Always good to give it a good challenge just to see. And safe. Runner advances over to third as well. Goodness gracious. That was number 27. Response for that one, Faith Haddad, the pitcher. If you said it was Madison Lane is now batting, number 7. Coach giving some hand signals there. Patriots having another very productive inning here. Camera set back so you can see that pitcher-catcher exchange, that delivery. Showing bunt, pulls back, goes for the run. But, hey, we'll give you that one. Coach probably says, don't throw it down. Don't throw it down. Runner on third. Let's see what happens. There's a base hit. Wow, hit that one out in left field. Scores 2 more runs for the Patriots. Advances to with a second, but a double. Nice shot there. Maybe getting a runner here. I don't know if he's making a substitution. Let's see what Coach is doing there. Rose Baracco, number 5, is batting now. Patriots yet to have an out. Another very productive inning they're having here in the bottom of the 4th. Catcher making sure the base runner at second stays at second. Coming out with a little bit of a challenge there for her. That one's in there for a strike as well. I believe that's a 1-1 is the count right now, odding things up. Patriots, again, my goodness, having a great at-bat here. That one's high for ball. 2-1. 0 outs. Runner at second. Maybe a coach is not happy why that wild pitch. She didn't advance on over to third. Was very close to being a hit by pitch, but she did duck out of the way enough to get out of there. The race is on to get the ball in. Throw home to make sure. Only one scored, but hey, one scored and a triple out of it. Goodness gracious. What a string of events these Patriots have put together here. Infielders coming in to talk to their pitcher and say, hey, come on, put it there. We need to play better defense with you. We got you. You're doing a great job. Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll get there. Got to encourage your pitcher. Keep putting them there. Work hard. Rocks and fires. Gets out and a run scores. That's what the force was needing to have, at least one of those outs come on. They needed a one in that column for sure. Set, rocks, fires. There's a little bloop. Calls it foul.